All right. Look what we got today. We got 2005 Dodge Ram 1500 5.7 crew cab, regular bed, short bed, whatever you call it. I don't know if we're doing the transmission lines today. Oh, as you can see, so if you see right there, it's a little spacer that goes in between them. So I noticed the lines were a little moist, so I went to move the spacer. It's the spacers to keep the lines from rubbing each other. But went to move the spacer, and rust came off, and it just started dripping. So I'm glad I wasn't pulling the camper or who knows what. That thing went out. Those lines went out. So I got them Rock Auto special lines, pre-bent lines. Hopefully they are bent to where they need to be. So I took, if you look here, I didn't take the wheel off. I don't think I need to yet. We'll find out, but I did take the fender well out. So you got about 7 8mm little bolts in here. And you can see where the lines go from here down. You go down, there's a little connector right there. There's another spacer, that's what I was talking about right there. And there's a connector right there by the oil filter that will have to pop off and right as it goes down. But it goes down basically where I just showed you where it's leaking. It goes to the side of the transmission. So it also did, just in case, why not, got new connectors that go into transmission. The lines go right into this. You can see you got those little snap rings or little rings you got to pop out. This yellow part is just for that gets thrown away, but the lines pop into that. But we'll get to that. And got the inlet and outlet, or inlet and return line. That's what it is. Pre-bent. So I'm gonna do one at a time so I don't get them confused. But yep, that's where we're at right now. So we're gonna start diving into this, and we're gonna see how bad. Oh yeah, by the way too, I still have plenty of transmission fluid in this, so I'm hoping to drain it all in here. Hopefully not get a bunch of dirt in there. If it starts getting a bunch of dirt and shit in there, I'm just gonna have to replace the fluid, because there's no sense in putting it back. But we're gonna see how that goes. There's plenty of fluid's gonna come out. But I do know that for disconnecting up here, you're gonna need a fuel line separator. I'll show you that tool here in a minute. All right, so I went ahead and just unscrewed them right out of the side of the transmission, since I'm already replacing the connectors. So you don't really have to do all the snap ring stuff up here. It's the top one was kind of tight. I don't know if I can get a good light up in there. Yeah, that one. You can see that one and that one. So since I just unscrewed these, they're 15/16, right? 15/16. So I just unscrewed these, and you can actually, even if you're not replacing these, just put some more Loctite on them, because they come with new ones with Loctite. But you can just unscrew those. You don't have to snap them off. And then up here, you can see. Sorry about the lighting. Right there. See that little bracket? See, in the bottom of it, you'll just take a flathead screwdriver and pop it apart, and it'll release both those lines. And then we'll go to the front where it meets the oil cooler. So I got that. Oh, so I can get a better view of it. That connector right there. So let's go up here with the flathead. Pop it open. And now the lines, they're free. They're free. So now they're loose. And of course you got a little coupling right there. Not a coupling, it's a spacer. A little plastic spacer that keeps them from rubbing. So I just want to make sure we get that, show you that we get that off. If you don't know that's there, then you'll be like, what is holding this damn lines back? But so we're just working our way up. All right, so we got another first little spacer up there. There's two right past that one clip. There's one down there, it's a little shadow where I had to use a screwdriver. There's one right there. Hopefully they're not too bad. You can reuse them. Oh shit! Looks like I'm leaking a little bit down here now, even more. So I got one of the lines loose. It's leaking. It's leaking right here too. Shit! I only got one pan. We'll go get another pan or something. But as you can see, I got it loose. And basically, this tool right here, fuel line separator. You got two different gauges of size. And the biggest one I got on this one, they make different size ones, of course. But you take this, shove it up in here. Basically, see how it goes up in there? And then you just pops right off. Not supposed to drop the tool, but it gets it. What it does is it gets up in there, and you can see those little clips. And if you try to use a screwdriver to get those out or something, you're just going to fuck shit up. I've tried to do it before, and you're just screwing stuff up, and it's hard. That's why these, sorry if I'm moving too quick, but these fuel line separators, that's why they come in key. So now I got everything off. I got to take that little plastic, I guess it's called divider spacer off. And as my stuff's leaking out, I am going to take that off and try to find me another pan so I can save as much fluid as I can. If not, I can put new in. But I do like how this is the first time taking this fender skirt out. And it's going to, because I have to do some exhaust repairs down the road, and it's going to be a lot easier to work on. I got a little bit of a valve cover leak that I'm seeing that I can see pretty good now. But man, the spark plugs would be so much easier on this thing. When I already did spark plugs in this, and it was kind of a pain. Kind of, depends certain ones. But I can actually access a lot in here. This is cool. So, all right, so I got the lines out. You can see these are those. It comes with red lock on them. These are those. This little snap ring right there. So basically, if I can get this, it'll pop right in there. You put that snap ring back in over these. See the little grooves in here. It pops right out. Try to get it in the light. You can see the grooves over my camera focus there. And that's what locks that in place. And then these little rings just kind of go down and they pop over and they cover it. You see, like in the old one. Now you don't have to buy these like I did. I was saying before. I just bought them. This was like, you know what? Let me buy some new ones because my luck, I haven't done this to this truck, and I go to take this line off and I do break something with, you never know with connectors. So I always like to get new ones. So I got new ones, and it's easier. So actually I can put these on the new one, snap it on there, and then just screw it back into the transmission. Or I can just put this in the transmission, pop this in there, and then up in there fight that little spring clip. And I'm thinking I'm just going to just do this like this. Put it all together, put it back up there, screw it together. So that'll be good. And of course the other ends, and you can see how they're pre-bent. And what I'm seeing is they look pretty damn close. So, and of course get the new lines, new connectors. And I said I was going to do one at a time, but they got to match up. So either way, one's only going to go, you can see how they're bent. One's only going to go, there you go, a longer shaft, bent shaft right here. You got a little short fish hook shaft. So, but I did have to, let me see it, pull them out this way. Pull them out. And I mean, you had to twist, turn, twist. I didn't bend them. I didn't have to bend them at all, but you had to twist and turn and to get them out of there. And they came out. And this is these clips I was talking about. See how, of course, they're brittle, they're old. I mean, it's 2005, they're probably original. So I'm going to try to reuse these, even though they're broke. But I'm just going to, as I put them on the line, then I'll just put a zip tie around them so they don't, the lines don't rub each other. So I don't even know if I could buy those. I didn't see those on there, but that's what I'm gonna do with those. So of course I got a rag up there for those lines. It's just little slow drips up there. So I get the new lines fished in back here. I think fishing in is going to be worse than in, oh look, the shadow puppets. Fish the new lines in, that's going to be fun. You know, one has to be on top of the other. So, there we go. Go ahead and, sorry about the fan. It is hot as balls. That's the only source of air for my balls, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble these here. Back on here. Fish them back in. Oh, you can see too. That's one of the clips that. But anyway, fish them back in there. Hook everything back up. And I really haven't, I don't know if you can see, I really haven't lost that much fluid. I mean, yes, there is some on the floor when it started to leak when I got them done. But all in all, I didn't lose that much fluid. We'll see how low it is once I start it up. The lines will have to be filled up again and everything, so I'll see how low it is. But it could be more than a quart, maybe not even that. But time will tell. All right, we get back to putting these together. All right, so let's get back. As I was putting these together, I noticed I already took the little ring off, of course, saw that. I noticed I looked inside of it. Now I got to take this one back apart. But it's, I guess it's for, they do it so nothing can get in the pipe. But it's basically like, it's just wax. And I cleaned that one out. So I'm pretty sure you're supposed to clean that out. Got a little bit right there I cleaned. Because you don't want, I feel like that would stop up just your transmission, valves, you know, it doesn't look like that should be in a transmission line. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm going with, so I'm going to clean it out. Because there's none in this, of course. So we're going to wipe off the trusty screwdriver. Clean that one. I'm sorry about the camera. So, alright, that one's good. So, it's hard to do with one hand, but you can see how it just pops right on there. Take the trusty clip here. I don't know if I can sit the old camera down. I don't know if you can still see anything. So, take the clip. Work with me here, baby. Come on, come on. But I got these small hands. Oh. Almost there, baby. Yep. Oh, yeah. Like butter. I don't know if you can see that. Clipped in there good. See how it still spins on it, but it's sealed. It still spins on it. So when I put it back up, I'll be able to just tighten it right back up the transmission. Instead of fighting that ring right there up in there. I mean, people probably do it all the time without replacing these, but I'm not doing that. But I'm going to take this one back apart, clean that wax out of there. Oh, and too, this little piece, bring this down. You feel a little clip, a little clipper, see, you hear it? Yep. Now, it's probably just keep debris and everything, like a little dust shield kind of, because it doesn't really like seal, but it clips in there. So, I'm going to clean this one up and then we'll fish these back in there. So, I got them fished through here. I haven't got the clips back on. I already got them snapped back up there on the tubes up in front. The one thing is you want to make sure, because of course they're bent differently. But I made a mistake of, like, there's the bottom one. It's the bottom. I don't know if the bottom one is the return or the inlet one or which one it connects up there to the oil cooler. But luckily I had my own videos I'm making here and I was able to go back and then see which one up there, because one was more rusted than the other, so I knew that one went on the bottom. So my video. But so yeah, before you do this whole thing, of course you know which ones go right here because they're bent way differently. Because this one's bent steeper, so it has to go up top. I already knew that. But up there they just connect. And just want to make sure they go back the right way. So if you want to take a piece of tape or something and, you know, tape the top one up there, or if you can do it by memory, that's even better. Me, not so much. But basically, I just got to finish tightening these up. Get my reefer on there. And like I said, this is 15/16. It's just spinning freely. This is a lot. I think this is a lot easier. and then fighting that snap ring up in here. That's just my opinion. And it was a few extra bucks. It wasn't. I mean, the lines were, I think, were like almost 80 bucks a piece, and that's not bad for pre-bent lines. And then the new fittings, of course, they already had that yellow Loctite on, that seal on, and I think they were like, man, I want to say like $8 for each fitting, and I was like, you know what, just screw it. Just give it down a little snug, get a little elbow grease on that. So, all right, so we got those on there. I gotta go back. Gonna locate some more zip ties and we'll get those sturdy, but first things first, starting this bad boy up. And you see, I already got them clipped in up there. They got a little play, but they can't go all the way back because they got that lip when those things go over. But they're clipped in good. And I got that, of course, that main clip down there. But yeah, I'm gonna put that main clip back on where you have to use the flathead. I'll put that back on, and then I'm gonna start her up. See how she does. All right. Sorry. So I've had it running for a few minutes, get it up temperature. Ain't got no leaks up here where they're connected. And I ain't got no spots down here, except for where it leaked earlier, but I wiped that up. But I've been checking on it on the bottom, ain't got no leaks. Can't really see it from here, but where I put those connectors in. So, still got to put those spaces in there, and you can see down there, I got that's that one main one. That's a good one. I'm glad it didn't break apart, but we're gonna rig something else up anyways. But I got that back on, so separated. But the lines are still pretty close, and then they got a little movement to them. You want those spacers, you don't want the lines rubbing each other, then you just pop a hole in them anyways. But as far as I can see, it's a success. We're back and good and going now. So we'll put I'll lift it back up, and we'll put the fender well line back in there, and I'll take her down the road. See how she does. All right, well, hope this helps anyone out that has to do this. All right, see you later.